Anyway, I do agree with this up to a point. However,
I mean, up to a point, but...
Up to a point.
I needed an Irish girl to lead the way. Up to a point at least.
In fact, up to a point, I quite like it.
Oh, I had a good time up to a point.
Oh, up to a point.
To a point.
Up to a point.
Very good up to a point.
Well, up to a point.
Well, up to a point, I want your help.
Yeah, up to a point.
Yeah, it did work up to a point.
Up to a point.
Up to a point. 어느 정도까지는
You're a godsend, Judy.
Counseling was a godsend.
From here, it's a godsend.
Oh, in fact, it's actually a godsend because Seth didn't know any of the kids there.
On your awesome days, I suspect you are a godsend.
Really, I think it is a godsend opportunity.
She's a godsend.
The place was a godsend.
You are a godsend.
You guys are a godsend.
You two have been a godsend.
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 하늘이 준 선물.
Clearly, things went south.
Hey, that's when it all goes south.
If all goes south in there, we'll be at each other's throats soon enough.
If the deal goes south, you will be the first in the door.
It could go south at any minute, but...
Look, if this thing goes south, there can be nothing tying us to Starfleet.
Only the deal went south, somehow.
Something probably went south between them.
So when did it all go south?
The second it looks like it's gonna go south.
Things go south, you tell Rick and you draw him away.
Well, this went south very quickly.
You think we're gonna sue if things go south?
Go south.
go south. 망하다, 잘못되다.
And that's a classic example of why you shouldn't do business with your friends.
God, that is so classic of you.
It's so classic.
So classic. It's a classic. What? That's a classic.
That's a classic.
That's a classic. That's a classic.
That's a classic old school move.
That's, first of all, that's a classic.
That's so classic, isn't it?
Well, I guess I read Little Women more than once, but I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah, I mean, that's a classic case of contact stupiditis.
That's a classic.
so classic. 정말 전형적이다.
And Hillary said if we're gonna talk the talk, we need to walk the walk.
He can talk the talk, but he can't. You want to talk the talk, you better walk the walk.
I talk the talk, and I walk the walk, baby.
Now you talk the talk.
Talk the talk.
The ones who didn't just talk the talk, but also walk the walk.
Tony. He likes to talk the talk.
Walk the walk and talk the talk.
Well, if you want to go to the hoedown, we need to teach you how to walk the walk and talk the talk.
Talk the talk.
walk the walk. 말은 잘하다.
말한 대로 행동하다.
With that being said, I think it's only right I drop that new record again, huh?
With that being said, may you find as much happiness with each other as I find on my own.
So with that being said, I take my apology back.
So with that being said, I need you to go out there and win that money.
So, with that being said, anyone want to start us off? With that being said, I ran the numbers with my mom, and we can't swing it, Rodney.
And with that being said, I got news.
Well, with that being said, is there anything else you want to say?
With that being said.
with that being said. 그래서 하는 말인데.
And then some jerk at the next table called him a sissy, which I thought was totally uncalled for.
Hey, that kind of language is uncalled for.
That language is uncalled for.
That's uncalled for.
That's uncalled for.
That was completely uncalled for.
That was totally uncalled for. That was totally uncalled for.
That was uncalled for.
That was uncalled for.
That was uncalled for.
That was uncalled for, and it was rude.
Well, that's a little uncalled for.
Well, that was a little uncalled for.
Uncalled for.
uncalled for.
부적절한.
And I will not be the third wheel just because my name comes last.
At first you were like the third wheel from hell, but then we made you do stuff.
Hope you guys don't mind the third wheel.
I don't want to be the third wheel.
I feel like the third wheel in your date with destiny.
I don't know how I feel about being the third wheel in a relationship.
The third wheel.
It's tough feeling like the third wheel.
No, there's no way I'm going to be the third wheel on your Valentine's date.
Oh, I don't want to intrude and be the third wheel.
Oh my God, I am the third wheel.
She doesn't have to know she's the third wheel.
The third wheel.
the third wheel.
눈치 없이 끼어 있는 사람.
Here's the Harry, the best bar none.
He's bar none the finest actor working in martial arts movies today.
I mean, it may look simple, but this is the hardest shot in the pool, bar none.
I mean, she is
The best creative director I have ever seen, bar none.
It's the best in the country, bar none.
No, sir, because the best man, bar none, is you.
Now, rule number 3. And this is the most important, bar none.
Bar none.
bar none.
단연 최고.
But little did I know the hardest part would be after graduation.
Little did I know he has a new best friend.
Little did I know he was teaching me a valuable life lesson.
Little did I know how nice it feels to polish things up down there.
Little did I know I'd end up feeling like a tiny fish in a gigantic pond.
Little did I know my partners would be going behind my back. Little did I know pregnant trophy wife.
Little did I know that 3 directors would be responsible for that epic moment in my life.
Little did I know their dirty secret.
Little did I know what he loved was the teacher.
Little did I know when I went for that ride.
Little did I know.
Little did I know. 전혀 몰랐다.